Hey Hero fans, this is Todd. Sorry for the short notice in the video, but I decided to do another story time today. So we'll see how this goes. Last time I did a story time, I lost a bunch of subscribers. So if that happens again, this will be the last story time. So we'll see what happens if I stay equal. Whoop. What the heck? Another story time. There we go. All right. So if I stay equal on amount of people that still subscribe to me or it goes up, then I will continue with story time. But if I lose subscribers again, this is the last one. So before we jump into this, you can see here's all the books in the series. I've already done this one too if you want to find that. Now we're on Skeletor's Flower Power, the next 12 He-Man Smells Trouble, The River of Ruin, Tila's Secret, and The Horde. And I actually have all the books, so we could keep going through them. Before I do though, give people time. Yep, Dean, it's story time. To give people time to join, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick review of this glow-in-the-dark paint that I just got, and then we will jump into the story. So, with that, lights off. Wow, now it's dark. All right, let me get my light on here. There we go. Wow, it's already glowing a little bit. Look at that. So I have here a dandy little infrared light it came with on a keychain. I'm just going to go ahead and stick that right on there. Boop. And look at that. It's made to glow white, which is kind of cool. So kind of fun. Burp. Now the paint's really thick, so I can't get the light to go through it very, very good, but that's okay. We like thick paint. That way then it will make a nice glow when it comes time for it to actually glow. I'm going to take my little bit brighter flashlight to charge this baby up. Brrr. That should hopefully charge it way better than that little one it came with. And then eventually I'll paint this on something. I think I want to what I'm going to paint it on first, but we'll see. There we go. Wow. That actually does glow pretty bright. That is surprising. It's supposed to be the brightest glow stuff out there. So we will see once it's on something how bright the white glow is. I may even use this to highlight some stuff on my Spirit of Grayskull just to give it some little bit brighter glow areas. I cannot believe how bright that glows. I mean, that's crazy. You can use it as like a light source almost. Boop, 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 boop. That's kind of fun. Anyway, I'm going to go and set this aside. Let's get our lights back on. Looks like people are joining. Lights on. Oh, that's so bright. Bright light. Bright light. So here's the little thing looks like. I should have put a link in the description for where I bought it from. Oh, well, I'll do that later. So I'll come back to this video and I'll have a link in the description later on. All right. So time for story time. I'm going to take this light off. It keeps getting in the way. I'll put it on if we need it later. Story, Skeletor's Flower of Power. Dun dun dun. A golden book, Masters of the Universe. Once upon a time, a rocket from Earth crashed far away. Far, far away. The pilot found herself lost on planet Eternia. Eternia looked like Earth, but magic and strange beasts and wonderful machines filled this world. Earthwoman Marlena married Eternia's King Randor. They had a son, Prince Adam. The prince grew up in the palace, but the secret of his destiny was locked inside Castle Grayskull along with the ancient secrets of Eternia. The guardian of Castle Grayskull was Sorceress. She kept watch over Eternia, flying as a Falcon Zor, and used her mystical powers to defend the side of goodness. It was the sorceress who told Prince Adam his destiny and gave him the power sword. With it, he became He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe, and the protector of Castle Grayskull. Prince Adam's pet tiger Cringer turned into the mighty Battle Cat, He-Man's faithful companion. Only Orko, the court magician, and Man-at-Arms, He-Man's best friend, knew this secret. Even Prince Adam's parents and Tila, captain of the guard, saw him only as the Prince of Eternia. Prince Adam kept a secret because danger lived on Eternia. On one side of the planet, the sun never shined. There inside Snake Mountain, the wicked Skeletor planned new ways to find out Castle Grayskull's secrets. And still, others with bad intentions waited on other worlds, ready to disturb Eternia's peaceful way of life. Against them all stood only He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Bum, bum, bum. And it's the same on every single book, this beginning part. So there's the planet. There's them facing off. And I always kind of love this picture. In fact, you'll see this picture on some of my other videos I have for stop motion. I actually scanned it in years and years ago. It is a cool picture. All right. So let's take a look. First up, we have Prince Adam. Dun, da, da, dun, da, 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 da. And Fisto. Where is Fisto? There he is. Ooh. And of course, Fisto has some good advice for the prince. Let's read what he has to say. Stand, Fisto. Now, the cool thing on Prince Adam and Fisto, they are friends because they both have purple boots. And that's what connects them. The purpleness of the boots. All right. So, a sword can be your friend, Prince Adam, Man-at-Arms said. Oh, Man-at-Arms, not even in the picture. What the heck? But what if you don't have one? Fisto will show you what to do. My hands are all I need, Fisto said. Get ready, Prince Adam. Fisto moved with great speed. He took Prince Adam's arm and yanked hard, and the prince sailed through the air and landed on the soft practice mat. Ah! There we go. Dun. And that's how it's done. Oh, let's pull out Man-at-Arms. I'm glad this is only practice, Fisto, Prince Adam said. He shook Fisto's hand carefully. Don't worry, Fisto laughed. Your lesson is over. It's important to remember, though, that whatever the weapon, we must use it only in self-defense, even our hands. This is today's most important lesson, Man-at-Arms said. We only fight if there is no other way to protect ourselves. And there's Man-at-Arms. There's Orko looking in the window, saying, hey, what are you guys doing in there? Orko floated by the gym door. He watched Prince Adam's class. I want to be a fighter too, Orko said. Where is my Orko? Here he is. Burp-a-doo. Orko. Orko said, I'll show Man-at-Arms I know how. My magic will help me sneak inside. Orko disappeared in a puff. Inside the gym, a blaster moved all by itself. Ooh-doo-doo-doo. I don't think I have a blaster sitting around. We'll just grab the one off Man-at-Arms' back. There we go. Blaster floating around. I know the blaster looks different. What the heck? It will work. Oh, look at that. Suddenly, blue rays ripped the room. Orko appeared holding the blaster. He looked very surprised. How do I turn it off? Yelled Orko. Orko yelled. Prince Adam remembered Fisto's teaching. The prince knocked the blaster away from Orko. You learn quickly, Prince Adam, Man-at-Arms said. But Orko, I wish you would learn. You are not a fighter. You are a magician. What is this blaster? Prince Adam asked. It didn't blow things up. It broke them. It's my new freeze blaster, Man-at-Arms, said Man-at-Arms. It shoots rays of cold. The ground was suddenly shook. That was no freeze blast, said Man-at-Arms. Come, Fisto, let's see what it is. Let's see what it is. Prince Adam, make sure Orko cleans up his mess. Oh, those words are for you. Bum, 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 bum. On to the next page. And I'm skipping ahead. Hey, Zamir, thanks for joining me. Spiker, thanks for being here. Ravage, thanks for being here. I appreciate you love story time. We'll see how this goes, though. So it shows Prince Adam transforming. Another fun graphic, and his sword goes past the box. That's always kind of fun when they break the barrier like that. Prince Adam drew his power sword. I wish He-Man could help you. Oh, I wish He-Man could help you, Prince Adam said, but he's needed outside. Adam drew his power sword. I wish He-Man could help you, Prince Adam said, but he's needed outside. Oh, help Orko clean. Okay. And Orko, man-at-arms, is right. You're good at magic. You don't need to be a fighter. He raised his power sword. By the power of Grayskull, I have the power! He-Man ran out of the palace. His friends were chasing the strange animal. Yip! It yelled and bounced on its stomach. Don't fire, He-Man said. The poor animal was only scared. The animal hopped over the palace wall with a loud yeep. So I didn't have that furry animal, so let's go ahead and pull out He-Man. He-Man. And he's got one of my cool custom swords. Let's replace Prince Adam. Where he is. Transformation. So what I have here for my big old furry beast is this one from Star Wars. Dun dun dun. Oh. And you can see he's captured. Of course, not in the book this way, but I don't want to pull him back out of the hand because it's a hassle. This is actually a Ken doll from McDonald's, which is supposed to be like Prince Charming or something. And I put a Speed Racer helmet on him, and I gave Speed Racer's trophy in there too. Now, if you're wondering about this figure, when my kid was about 13 years old, he actually looked like this character here. He had the same haircut, blue eyes, blonde hair, looked just like this guy. So this was my son when he was 13. Of course, now he's 34, so it's a big difference in age. So I've always saved this one toy left over from McDonald's from who knows how long ago because it reminded me of my oldest boy. So it's kind of funny. And he loves to race, and he loved Speed Racers, so I had to put the Speed Racer helmet on him. So anyway, I'll put the furry animal in the back. Rancor. Yep, I took the saddle off because I wanted to be a He-Man beast. I used to play like He-Man was attacking him, and yeah, it's a great He-Man beast, you know. And it's funny is when my granddaughters came over one time, I had them use it as a baby doll because they wanted a baby doll and were fighting over one. And so I gave the Rancor to one of my granddaughters to babysit, and it was funny. She's carrying him around, baby, baby. It was just, anyway. I'll get back to the story. Sorry. All right, so there's the pictures. There's He-Man transforming, which you already saw. Let's continue on. Oh, buzz off. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Let's get Buzz Off out of here. Now, Buzz Off should have always had a cool weapon like this. So this one actually made on Shapeways a long time ago so that he could have this cool stinger looking weapon. I think there was in one of the books or comics or something he had something like this. Now, my Buzz Off has the 2000X head because it's way cooler looking. Let's go ahead and set him up. So I put the helmet on him. I don't know where his 2000X helmet is. Must have failed somewhere. Oh well, he doesn't need it. No helmet for you. No helmet for you. There's Buzz Off flying around. Follow him, Buzz Off, He-Man told his flying scout. I must make sure everyone is safe. I'll catch up with you. No one was hurt. He-Man jumped on Stridor, and Buzz Off was the scout. And found Buzz Off. The scout was puzzled. Okay. The beast disappeared, Buzz Off said, right into thin air. And there's Orko doing his magic to clean. Now, it's funny, in these books, Orko's magic works quite often. So it's kind of interesting. All right. Orko said sadly in the gym, Prince Adam is right. Orko said. I'm a magician. I'll use my magic. I'll find something everyone will like. Orko walked away from the palace. He was thinking very hard. He didn't see Skeletor hiding in a rock. Did they show Skeletor in this picture? No. No. Orko is just what I need, Skeletor thought. He changed into an old man. Where is the old bonehead? Here he is. Pretend he's an old man that is Caucasian. There we go. With bracelets, rings, and a strange looking flower of some sort. Perhaps this wise magician can help you, the old man said. He stepped out from behind the rock. I give you this flower. It grows only in a far-off land. It has magic powers. Anyone near it feels happy. Orko smelled the flower. He fastened it to his hat, and right away, he felt better. It works, Orko said. I wish I had a lot of them. Everyone would be happy. I only have one of them, the man said, but your magic can make as many as you want. Orko said a spell and floated back towards the palace. Soon he had many, many flowers. I'll give them to everyone, he said. Dun, da, da. And there's all the flowers. When Orko left, the man let out a laugh and waved his hand and became Skeletor. Orko took my bait, he said. It's just as I planned. With these remote control flowers, I can make people do what I want. Soon, Eternia will be mine. Orko's flowers were soon found everywhere. They were Eternia's newest fad. Aren't they pretty, Father? Tila asked Man-at-Arms. Yes, they are, Tila, he said. I feel better when I'm around them. Oh, let's pull out Tila. Whoop. And of course, I got the cool, awesome, blonde Tila. Whoop. With the long, flowing hair. And I added a gun to her so she can grab her gun on the go. These flowers are wonderful. Yeah, whatever. There we go. Dun, da, da. I never liked the way they did her snake headdress in these books. It's kind of weird. It's like a frog head almost. Anyway, next page. Everyone loved the flowers except Prince Adam. Oh, He-Man's gone. Time to bring back the prince. I'll just set him over here so you can grab him back out easy. Aha. Running out of room up here. Stand, Prince Adam, stand. I've got weak ankles. All right. Achoo, he sneezed. I must be allergic to them. The others seemed happy, but the look on their faces was so far away. As if someone was talking to them. Prince Adam held his nose. He put a flower in a metal box. First a strange brown animal appears in the palace guard. Now Orko's brown flowers are having an odd effect on people. Something must be very, very wrong. I need help with this mystery. Adam pulled out his power sword. By the power of Grayskull, I have the power! And of course he transforms back into Flea Man. Flea Man. There we go. Okay. Be happy? What a bad idea, Skeletor said. My thought machine should give new orders, though, through the flowers. Orders to make me king of Eternia. He turned the dials of the strange machine. Obey Skeletor, rule of Eternia, Skeletor yelled into the machine. Clawful, Jitsu, let's visit my new palace. No one will stop me now. And there's the machine with the wire thing across the top, and he's just zipping and zapping. And he, let's see, I think it said Jitsu. I just happen to have Jitsu right here. There we go. Nope, this story is from the Golden Books, not the mini comics. And then we also need Clawful. Clawful the Awful. I think I already pulled him out. I did. Here he is. Who had him out for the main picture? Oop. There he is. He-Man took the box containing the brown flowers to Castle Grayskull. It's like we have to have the sorceress too. Where is she? There she is. Dun da da. Should have grabbed the white one. It matches the book better, but oh well. He took the box containing one of the brown flowers to Castle Grayskull. You must solve the mystery, He-Man, said Sorceress. Eternia is in great danger. How can I find out more about this flower? He-Man asked. Mossman, can you help? Okay, so Mossman, I have mine in a baggie, and I really don't want to open him because he does smell, and I don't want to ruin his cool flocking. So we're going to use the stand-in Mossman. Sorry, you guys. So the Classics one is going away, and we're going to pull out the Revelation one. I know I should have made a Mossman without flocking. I was planning to do that. I just never got around to it. Wow, he's loose just like Tila. Look at that. Weird. One of these figures loosen up after time or something. There's old Mossy. Mossman can help you, she said. He has special powers over plants. The power over the plant. All right. Mossman, He-Man asked. I thought you were only a legend. Where does he live? Go to the Evergreen Forest, Sorceress told him. But you will not find Mossman. He will find you. No eyes see Mossman walk through the forest. He can hide anywhere. He-Man flew the Wind Raider across Eternia deep into the green blanket of trees. He found a clearing. No one else would have seen anything, but He-Man knew that eyes were watching him. Eyes are watching him. There he is in the Wind Raider. It's kind of a fun, cool picture. I love the forest tree look. That is so cool. Kind of dangerous to fly through all those trees, though. Greetings, forest people, he said. He-Man comes in the name of good. Trees and plants came to life. Strange green creatures stood all around He-Man. One stepped out and spoke. Even deep in the forest, we know He-Man's bravery, he said. Why do you honor us with this visit? Thank you, Mossman, he said. Eternia needs your help. And there's He-Man, and there's good old Mossy. He-Man gave the metal box to Mossman. This looks like a flower, Mossman said, but it's a machine. I don't think it's from Eternia. Zor flew over the clearing. Sorceress in falcon form spoke. The flower must have be from another dimension, she said. How did it get here, He-Man asked. And you can see it shows Zor. Let me find my Zor. I can feel it in the box. Nope, that's not Zor. Ugh. Okay, I gotta stand up and look at my box. Oh, I put it in a different spot. Oop. Now I drop Zor on the floor. Zor on the floor. So here is Zor. And Zor has more than one pronunciation. On Filmation, they actually pronounce it Zoar, which is like really weird. I don't know why. I'm going to call it Zor. For those that don't like that, just pretend when I say Zor, you hear Zoar. Oh, I can't get the stand out of here. Come on, stand. I got too many birds in the way. Boop. There we go. Now, in case you like this stand, this is sold on my Shapeways store, Hebro.com. Click Shapeways if you want to get a nice tall stand instead of the small little ones. Gonna put a plug in there once in a while. Trex the Ninja, thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. Manus, thanks for being here. Pop Actor Rick, thanks for being here. Zamar says his classics Moss Man doesn't stink too much. That's good to know. Maybe someday I'll try opening it. All right, let's continue on. Oh, He-Man was asking how to get here. He-Man asked. So let's find out. There must be a tunnel between two worlds, Sorcerer said. Of course, He-Man said. That's why Buzz-Off saw the brown animal disappear. But who opened the tunnel? To find out, see where the tunnel goes, she said. He-Man and Moss-Man got on the Wind Raider and showed Zor where the animal disappeared. I will try to open the tunnel to the other dimension, the sorcerer said. Zor's wings beat quickly. Hurry, she said. The tunnel is opening. He-Man and Moss-Man flew into the tunnel. Round and round, deeper and deeper they fell. Woo! All right, there they are. Next page. Finally, the Wind Raider broke into the other world. A loud bang rang through the sky. He-Man landed the Wind Raider at the base of the big rock. White Top Mountains towered over him. He-Man sniffed danger in the cold air. That smells like danger. Hey, Tim Dog, thanks for being here. There's the picture there with a bunch of some kind of people. A band of fighters jumped down on them from the rock cliffs. We come in peace, He-Man said. We won't hurt you. We need your help. But the fighters moved closer. We have to fight back, Moss Man, He-Man said. The sound of a loud yeep stopped the battle. It's the brown animal from the palace, He-Man said. He's not alone, Mossman said. Look at all his friends. The animals bounced and stopped and yeeped loudly. One of the men stepped forward and bowed. We're sorry, he said. This Sorel, king of the Bronzors, he says you are his friend, so we are your friends too. Zor-El nodded his brown hairy head. He-Man could not help but smile back. I am a czar of Surulans, the man said. How may we help you? And there's the strangers. I don't have any figures to represent them, so let's just continue on. He-Man opened the metal box. Then Surulans pulled out their swords. You've come for the flowers too, Azor yelled, just like the other one, Skeletor. No, He-Man said. He is my enemy. He-Man told him what happened. Azor agreed to help. He led them into the valley. The flowers were all over, but the people were not happy. They were slaves. The flowers are not flowers, Azor said. They are part of the thought machine. With Skeletor's help, the wicked Van Dant uses the machine to make these people obey him. Azor continued, but it will not work in our land. It is too cold. If Skeletor had a thought machine, Eternia is in trouble, He-Man said. We must go, Azor, but we'll be back. Thanks. And there's the picture. There's the woods. There's the guy. There's the box. There's the sword. He is Wolverine. And there it shows Skeletor in the palace chair. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, I don't have a palace chair, but I got something. Oh. Tripping on my light. Almost knocked it over. I actually do have some live videos of me knocking over my light. I gotta scoot some of these guys back. They are just in the way. Too many figures too close. Skeletor, you stay here. Ooh. Mossy. All right. So there we go. We'll use this for the throne. Now, it won't sit in the chair normally, so I took this baking putty stuff and just kind of mixed some green up, and now it makes it so it fits. So you can kind of put a classics figure in there. It was actually made for a DC figure, but there we go. And there is his throne for pretend. That will work just fine. Oh, the queen. There she is. Bum-ba-da. Shink. And the king. King Rendor. His cape's so heavy. There we go. Oh, my battery's dying. No. All right. So, oh, Clawful's in the scene too. Oh. Stand, Clawful, stand. All right, bow before Skeletor, King of Eternia, Clawful said back in the palace, and shook his mighty hand. King Randor was helpless. Skeletor's machine made the guards obey. No one can stop me now, Skeletor said. Not even He-Man. I rule Eternia! But He-Man had a different idea. We know how to stop you, Skeletor, he said. Do you, He-Man? Skeletor asked. Your puny powers are no match for me now. I will watch your friends finish you forever. Skeletor orders, you attack He-Man. He-Man's friends moved like robots. I'll cover you, Mossman, He-Man said. Started firing the freeze blaster. I never met a flower I didn't like, Mossman said, until now. The freeze ray froze the flowers. Skeletor's hold over He-Man's friends was broken. There's the freeze ray. There he is in the throne. There's the big old chopper hand from Clawful. I'll get that blaster, Jitsu said. He kicked the ray from Mossman's hands, and Clawful jumped at He-Man. Orko woke up from the flower's power. My friends are in trouble, Orko thought. I must help He-Man. The freeze blaster give me an idea. That freeze blaster give me an idea. Okay. He moved his hands quickly. Orko's magic made a pitcher of water, and he poured the water on the floor. Orko picked up the blaster and fired. Now, what's funny is Orko had to put water on the floor to use the freeze blaster, and we see in other types of media where if someone has ice powers, it actually creates ice too, like Iceman, for instance, right? It's a big old. I've always wondered there has to be somewhere for the water to be created. So I like the fact they use water first to freeze on the floor. That actually makes more sense to me than like in the Flash where they use the gun to make a giant icicle everywhere. Watch out for the ice, Skeletor cried, but it was too late. Jitsu and Clawful fell on the slippery floor. He-Man and his friends surrounded Skeletor's men. The fight was over. You win this time, He-Man, Skeletor said. But someday I will rule Eternia. And Skeletor and his men disappeared. We gave Skeletor the slip, didn't we, He-Man? Orko said. Speaking of slip, He-Man said, let Man-at-Arms slip that blaster back where it belongs. Are you mad at me? Asked Orko. No, He-Man laughed. But next time, don't take gifts from strangers. Remember, fads can be fun, but these flowers, they can also be trouble. Mossman is ready to go home. Let's grow Skeletor some trouble first, he said. And it shows him going over to Snake Mountain. Ooh, Snake Mountain. All right. He-Man and Orko and Mossman along flew the Wind Raider over Snake Mountain. Anytime you're ready, Mossman, He-Man said. Mossman pointed at Skeletor's castle. Right away, weeds grew wildly in seconds, and they covered Snake Mountain completely. Skeletor ordered his men to cut down the plants, but they just ran away. Skeletor could use this freeze ray. this freeze blaster, Orko said, but he shouldn't take gifts from strangers either. It's not over yet. That's right, He-Man. I have a much better use for it. He-Man and Orko took Mossman home. Then Zor joined them in the sky. There we go. Can you open the dimension tunnel, Sorceress? He-Man asked. It is done. It is done, Sorceress said. Zor was glad to see them this time. This freeze blaster will help defeat Verdant, He-Man said. Good luck. He-Man and Orko got back into the Wind Raider. Orko sneezed loudly. Are you allergic to me? He-Man asked. No, Orko said. That freeze blaster gave me a cold. But don't worry, that's one gift I won't give to anyone else. The end. And there's Skeletor, and there's He-Man and Battle Cat. Hooray, and there's all the rest of the books in the series that we'll cover if I don't lose a bunch of subscribers tonight. So thanks for joining me for story time. You can get up now, Queenie. You are out of the throne. You have been dethroned, Skeletor. All right, let me look at your guys' questions and comments. It's funny is the size difference. Here is the classics Zor. Here is I dropped Man-at-Arms Blaster, and here is the 80s version. I mean, look at the size difference. It's just kind of funny how, of course, the 80s version has the cool flapping wings too. And this just has a hinged wing, so you can, kind of do the same sort of thing. Boop, boop, boop. What's fun too is they use the same bird to make some DC figures. So Beastman had a green one, and then Vixen had the clear purple one. And so of course I had to get those so I could get those figures. I actually gave the green one to Fisto. I don't see it now. Oh, there it is. Oh, I guess it's not green, it's brown. I got a brown one right here. The brown one is from the Wonder Twins. When Jaina turns into one of the Wonder Twins, so they actually made 3 of them then. The Wonder Twins one, the green one I gave the Green Goddess, and she is in a different box with her bird. And then the purple one, oh, I can get it out of there. Like I said, came with Vixen. And it's all the same sculpts. They use the same ones for DC as well as He-Man, so it's kind of cool. Kind of fun. Hey, Kel, thank you so much for donating money. I really appreciate it. That is so kind of you. Yes, the 80s version was a Big Jim bird, as well as Battle Cat being a Big Jim item as well. And so was Webster's Hook. Was also a Big Jim item too, and there's some other ones. I plan someday to make the He-Man Big Jim connection video of showing all the things that are connected between the two storylines. That cool. I decided to give her gold boots instead of her, I think it was black boots she had before. Just something kind of a little different, match her motif. Yes, Screech would be cool if they release him. Yeah, well, you guys you're welcome for me reading it. Like I said, hopefully I don't lose subscribers like I did last time. Last time I lost a ton of subscribers after I did the book reading. So I'm a little afraid. We'll see what happens. If I don't, then we'll go on to book 3. Let's see. Lord of Power figures are coming soon. How about they're modified in case of a lawsuit? Oh, yes, I saw that. Laughing out loud. Why'd they leave? I don't know. They're probably like, what? I'm tired of this guy's videos. Telling baby stories. So I don't know what the deal was, but I think they're fun. It's funny. I've owned these books for years, and I've never read them. They just sat on my shelf. I bought them all on an eBay auction years and years and years ago. And so it's kind of fun to read through them anyway, because I never have. And some of the stories are bizarre. I had no idea they were so weird. Some of the storylines they have. It's like, really? They just couldn't make the electronic flowers? They had to be from another dimension? That just seems kind of odd, but oh well. All right. Well, thanks for joining me again. And look at the size of it. Isn't that cool? When I made these, I made it so that the small part fits the girl's hand and the large part fits the male hands. So that way then you can have either a female or a male figure hang on to the post. So I wanted to make sure it was, extra versatile. So you can see her hand fits in this small section. Because for some reason they made classics, they made the hands 2 different sizes. Now Origins got smart. They actually made the hands the same size, whether it's a male or a female. So you can have Tila hanging on to the bird stand, or you can have, I'll just take Fisto here since she grabbed his bird. Yep, Fisto's the one I give the brown bird to. And then he can hang on either higher or lower. Usually I put their hands higher. We'll see if his hand's soft enough in this room. I don't think this room's warm enough. We'll see if I can stretch his hand out. Ooh. There we go. So that's the reason for the post being 2 different sizes. It's the small part, female hands, big part, male hands. So kind of cool, kind of clever. Yes, Panther's Big Jim as well, Rick. You are correct. And Screech is also Big Jim. Anyway. Yeah, these books don't cost too much. They're actually pretty inexpensive. Yes, Iron Jaw was the inspiration for Trap Jaw. And we've seen other characters from Big Jim that were inspirations for Manny Faces. So there are all kinds of cool stuff. All right. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end the live feed. Like and subscribe, and tell your friends about this channel. And if you haven't checked out my video yet on that new program called Descript, if you do videos or podcasts, it's really cool. And they have a free version too, so you can check that out. Let's see. So I can understand. Oh, I meant better off without critical fans. Oh, I see what you're saying. All right. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Yeah, I know it's crazy about the notifications. I've been trying to post them on Facebook so you guys could find them there. But so if you can, make sure you're subscribed to my Facebook. And then hopefully you'll see notifications on there. So you can always rewind. Yep, Big Jim Gorilla was Gygor. That is correct, or just about. Jinx Caliber, you're on it. All right, Mike, thanks for being here. Pop, Rick, Actor. Actually, all you guys, thanks for being here. All right, if you didn't see the whole video, feel free to rewind and watch the whole thing. Oh, what did Pop Actor Rick say? Randor custom recipe. Okay, I'll cover the custom recipe. So, his body is actually from Darius, I think is what his name was. And then I used the King Randor armor, King Randor head. The boots are from Bo, as you can tell, they have the extra brown in the middle, not the New Adventures. The shield is on my Shapeways store. I have 2 versions of the shield. I have one with it on the side and one with it in the center. Pick the side one, it works better. I should just get rid of the other one. And then I painted the back of his arms and his shoulders with gold paint. And then this, I don't know if this was already his or not, or if I stole that from some other figure. I don't remember. But anyway, so that was his recipe. And then because the hands are bigger, you have to use clear heat shrink tubing to put on his things so it'll fit in his hand. Otherwise, it doesn't fit in his hand. So I just use some clear heat shrink tubing on his staff and his sword. And that way he can still hang on to him, because the hands are much bigger on this figure than the original. Where is his sword? is. So you can see I put the clear heat shrink tubing on his sword as well. And that way, I like to use clear because that way they don't have to try to repaint it and it matches already. And you don't have to worry about paint scraping off. So there you go. All right. Thanks for asking. Call everybody. Hey, you guys, I'm having a video. That's funny. Looks like Flip Shots pants. Nope, they're not Flip Shots. Flip Shots had the lines in them. Yep, I think that might actually be the pants that that figure comes with, Darius. I'm not sure. Yes, Darius's head does look like Flip Fisto. Yep, Darius is a great figure to use for customizing. I use his helmets on all kinds of figures. And like you see here, I use it for King Randor. Darius is great for customizing. Yeah. All right. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, and I will see you guys next video. Now my desk is even messier now. Look at all this everywhere. Disaster. Anyway. Bye now, you guys. Okay, Mike. I'll talk to you then. And for those that do want to send me pictures of their customs and stuff, Facebook Messenger destroys the picture quality. So if you can post it somewhere else and link to it so I can get a nice high quality picture of it, that'd be cool. Or contact me on Facebook. I can give you an email address to send me your pictures to. Yep, I did do a little later today. I was busy trying to get stuff done. I actually printed a bunch of swords so I can get those for sale soon for you guys. So soon we'll have a bunch of swords for sale. They are similar to the one He-Man had earlier, but I made them for Revelation and Origins. So that'll be cool. All right. All right. Talk to you guys next video. Thanks for joining. And hey, thanks again for the donation. I really appreciate it. Let's see. Who was that gave it to me again so I can remember you? Kill. Thanks, Kill. I appreciate that. All right. Until next time. Nope. I'm not making any more metal swords. You can order them on my Shapeways, but they come out horrible. I didn't like how they came out at all. If you want to order them, you can. They're a little spendy, but I just don't like how rough they look. All right. Bye now.